Hello, everyone. It is Craig here along with
Deni.
Ryno.
And
That's enough out of you, Deni.
Fantastic, that's it.
Come on. Okay, Deni, no more talking. So we were lucky enough that we just got to experience the Disney Skyliner, which of course
amazing.
You can see right behind us. So before we really share our thoughts about it and such, why don't you go ahead and watch a little bit about it, and then after you're done watching that, you'll hear what we had to say about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Hollywood Studios. We are on our way to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort with connecting flights to Epcot International Gateway, Disney's Pop Century Resort, and Disney's Art of Animation Resort. We hope you enjoyed your visit to Hollywood today. Now wave goodbye to your adoring fans below. Bye! In just a few moments, we will be traveling over the headwaters of the Everglades. The water that flows from the protected wetlands around Walt Disney World Resort travels all the way to the Everglades, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Gulf of Mexico. Did you know that the entire Walt Disney World Resort is over 40 square miles? That's about the same size as the city of San Francisco and double the island of Manhattan. We will be arriving at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort shortly. All passengers must disembark and transfer at this station. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed the most magical flight on Earth. Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us.
Por favor, permanezcan sentados hasta que las puertas se abran automáticamente. Al salir de la cabina, por favor, cuide a sus pequeñitos, reúna sus pertenencias y observe sus pasos. Gracias por volar con nosotros.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. Now get ready to travel back in time and enter the animated worlds of Disney. We are on our way to Disney's Pop Century Resort and Disney's Art of Animation Resort. Just ahead and to the right is Disney's Art of Animation Resort, a larger-than-life resort that celebrates the creative magic that goes into crafting Disney animated films, from sketches to reality. On your left is Disney's Pop Century Resort, a memorable resort that celebrates the way we lived, played, and communicated with each other throughout the 20th century. We are now gliding over the sparkling waters of Hourglass Lake. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth. In just a few moments, we will be arriving at the only floating Skyliner station at Walt Disney World Resort. Passengers can disembark here for Disney's Pop Century Resort and for Disney's Art of Animation Resort. Thank you for flying the Disney Skyliner. Bon voyage! Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us. Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Pop Century Resort and Disney's Art of Animation Resort. We are on our way to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort with connecting flights to Disney's Hollywood Studios and Epcot International Gateway. We are now gliding over Hourglass Lake. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth. In just a few moments, we will be arriving at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. All passengers must disembark or transfer at this station. We hope you enjoyed your journey, and thank you for flying the Disney Skyliner. Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us.
Por favor, permanezcan sentados hasta que las puertas se abran automáticamente.
Welcome aboard, Islanders. You are on the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We're flying to Disney's Riviera Resort with continuing flights to Epcot. Hold on to your straw hats. We are about to enter the heart of the Caribbean. We are now sailing over Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, home to a collection of tropical villages inspired by the colorful architecture and lifestyle of the Caribbean islands. In just a minute, we will be arriving at Disney's Riviera Resort, a Disney vacation club that celebrates the relaxing seaports and romantic vistas of Europe's Mediterranean coast. Ciao, bonjour, and bienvenue. Hello, and welcome to Disney's Riviera Resort. If you are traveling to Epcot, please remain on board. Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us.
Por favor, permanezcan sentados hasta que las puertas se abran automáticamente.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Riviera Resort. If you're just joining us, we are on our way to Epcot. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth. We are now traveling along Buena Vista Drive. This roadway and the city of Lake Buena Vista were established in 1969 when Walt Disney World Resort was first being developed. They are both named after Buena Vista Street in Burbank, California, where the Walt Disney Company headquarters are still located today. Pack your passports. We are on our way to Epcot International Gateway. When we arrive, remember to use your My Disney Experience mobile app or visit a FastPass Plus kiosk to review your worldly itinerary for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments, we will be taking a scenic spin around the Skyliner turn station. Please remain seated. This station was designed for turning only. Coming into view is Disney's Boardwalk Inn and Disney's Boardwalk Villas. From elegant dining and magical lounges to lively entertainment just off the shores of Crescent Lake, this charming seaside resort relives the golden era of Atlantic beach towns and turn-of-the-century amusement parks. If you are planning to visit World Showcase today, now might be a good time to practice your holas, ni haos, and konnichiwas. When you arrive at each nation's pavilion, cultural hosts will be waiting to greet you in their native language, helping make your visit to Epcot a truly international exchange. We are now arriving at Epcot. To all who come to this place of joy, hope, and friendship, welcome. Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us.
Por favor, permanezcan sentados hasta que las puertas se abran automáticamente. Al salir de la cabina, por favor, cuide a sus pequeñitos, reúna sus pertenencias y observe sus pasos. Gracias por volar con nosotros.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Epcot International Gateway. We're flying to Disney's Riviera Resort with a final stop at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We hope you enjoyed your visit to Epcot and World Showcase. Did you learn how to say hello in a different language today? We'll be flying past Disney's Boardwalk Inn and Disney's Boardwalk Villas. This charming lakeside resort offers magical lounges, enchanting restaurants, and live entertainment on the boardwalk every evening. We hope you are enjoying your journey on the most magical flight on Earth. We are now traveling along Buena Vista Drive. In just a few moments, we will be arriving at Disney's Riviera Resort, a Disney vacation club. As one of the most picturesque vacation destinations in the world, the European Riviera has fascinated and inspired many great artists over the centuries, including Walt Disney himself. Welcome to Disney's Riviera Resort. If you are traveling to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, Disney's Hollywood Studios, Disney's Pop Century Resort, or Disney's Art of Animation Resort, please remain on board. Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us.
Por favor, permanezcan sentados hasta que las puertas se abran automáticamente. Al salir de la cabina, por favor, cuídense.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Riviera Resort, a Disney vacation club. If you are just joining us, we are on our way to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort with connecting flights to Disney's Hollywood Studios, Disney's Pop Century Resort, and Disney's Art of Animation Resort. Say bon voyage to the Mediterranean. We are about to go island hopping at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We are now sailing over Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, where every day feels like a Junkanoo celebration. In just a few moments, we will be landing at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. Welcome to the islands of Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. All passengers must disembark or transfer at this station. Thank you. We hope you enjoy. Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us. Por favor, permanezcan sentados.
So that was a little bit of a look of riding the Skyliner. We're not going to show you the entire long experience in this vlog. You can always head over to youtube.com/WDWinfo to see more videos on it, to see more of a full experience. But okay, let's just start off by saying,
Amazing.
what do we think? Yeah, okay.
Amazing. The whole experience was so smooth. It was everything I was really hoping it would be. Like, I know we were, some were freaking out over this. I personally wasn't freaking out. I knew Disney was going to do a great job with this, and they just kind of, I thought this, and they just went like that. It was amazing. Smooth ride. Yeah, bounced a little bit. There's a little swaying when, from time to time, but it was amazing. What did you think, Ryno?
I thought it was definitely better than what I anticipated, I think. From multiple standpoints, I'm afraid of heights and, this whole sky bucket scenario, which is not what they are. But I will say, even the highest ones, like, it is high up, but it doesn't feel that way, and I think a lot of that has to do with we get to sit the entire time. I think if you get in a car where somebody's going to try and swing it, that's going to be a thing where I'm going to yell at strangers. But I do feel a little bit nauseous. I think it was because of when we stopped on one of the higher points and we were bouncing a little bit. But also it could be because I was looking back and forth between a camera and stuff like that. So I'm going to reserve my judgment on it for that. But no, I agree. It was pretty smooth. The taking off and landing parts are a little like, whoa, like, yeah, because you swing on out, and when you come in, you're like, oh, we're not going to stop here.
It does accelerate a bit as you're coming into the station, and that was a little unnerving. But what did you think?
Well, if you've never experienced a ski resort before, then it's like, because that's the thing.
Well, that seems like my worst nightmare.
Yeah, I grew up doing all this stuff and still do, so it's like, it's just another gondola for me. It's not anything special except the fact that it is now a very quick transportation system around here. And we won't beat around the bush on it. We did stop multiple times on multiple different paths, and on the Epcot one, it really started to add up. And the ironic part was I got on and said, like, why would you, when these are moving this quickly, why would you get on a bus from Caribbean Beach Resort? Because it'll take you like 15 minutes to get to Epcot and through all that before you're in. And then lo and behold, it took us 16 minutes to get there.
In fairness, though, I actually think this would have still been the faster route. That's assuming I would have stepped on a bus and then stepped off a bus, and then
like
also where it drops you off. So, like, I do. The pause was, for me, when we got stuck in the air part, the wind is not coming through the way they talked about. We are lucky. This is a breezy day. So for the most part, it was breezy, but there was that one part where we stopped moving and there was no breeze. And I was like, oh, good thing it's not super humid and hot today. So it's much better than I think people are thinking it's going to be. But I do think they could get hot eventually. But I also don't think you're going to be still long enough for there never to be air moving through.
Yeah, they don't. I still believe they don't need the air conditioning. We also were in a unique experience that we just rode it for basically, with the exception of getting off at each station for, we 5 minutes.
A lot longer than people
we just rode this thing for an hour and a half straight, basically. And so, by the end of it, I was getting warm. But if we only rode one way and then went to a theme park, got off, completely different.
Or you were heading for an ADR, you had a reservation somewhere. So still pack a little extra time, because it absolutely could stand still for a little while. I mean, it was a total of 16 minutes, right?
Yeah,
Is
about
that what
16,
you said? 16 minutes between Riviera and Epcot.
And there were only 4 of us in there, too. So if it gets packed with 8, I don't know what it's, that's a different thing. But that happens anywhere. A bus can be incredibly full.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, I feel like if it's 8 people in there, I feel like it's still going to be comfortable.
Yeah.
If they tried to load the max of, it was 12 is the max?
Mm-hmm. No, 10.
10.
Yeah, because I think they want everybody seated, because when you come in for the stop, there's nowhere to grab or hold.
Yeah, 10 would be tight. 8 is, I think, perfect.
Yeah.
So.
I think I'll struggle when I'm in there with somebody that's moving. If like a kid gets up to try and move around or something, that would freak me out a little bit. But overall, a pleasant experience, I think.
Yeah. Now, we've gotten a question about if you are in an EVC or ECV, thank you, and or a wheelchair, exactly how this is going to work. So what they're going to do is they're going to take you to one of the vehicles, one of the gondolas that's off to the side. They're going to load you in and put chocks behind the wheels. So on both of those modes of transportation, that's what you're going to do. They're then going to, almost like a railroad switch track, pull you into the main line once you're all settled and ready to go.
Yeah, it could not be easier. It's, they want it to make it a quick process, because when they take a vehicle off the line to make a bubble for you, it has to be a little bit of a quick procedure, but at the same time, too, you have plenty of time to load. I watched it happen at one of our stations. They had more than enough time to load and everything was fine. So I think,
don't worry.
Yeah, very, very friendly. And
I can see it being a thing when you're stepping out as a regular guest, though, where you might catch your footing a little bit. So just there's people there telling you before you step out to be careful. There's lines painted everywhere to be careful. So like, if you're somebody who's maybe older and it takes a second for that step, look down. Look down and just I would say give it a second before you step out, because the first part I feel like it's still swinging just a little bit.
And that's a great point. The gondolas do not stop. Yeah. Unless you're like in the air and they stop because they're having a moment on the ground.
Someone go up before you, take your hand.
Yeah. Or like, when you get off and on an escalator, you take a moment to get your bearings and then proceed.
The escalator and the walking sidewalk.
Yeah,
it's like that kind of experience. I'd feel a little less jarring maybe, but yeah.
And overall though, I think it is an awesome new form of transportation. I I thought that the trips, you know, minus our one experience with Epcot, the trips are so short that there's not enough time to get really warm in them.
Yeah.
They're moving, the breeze is moving with it, as long as you're not in that weird, strange, you know, when the breeze is kind of flowing with you, so it's not necessarily going through the car. That's the only time you struggle a little bit with it, but you know, it's not a cold day right now. It's pretty much like right around 90, I think, out here right now.
It's
so
sunny, yeah. So
It
that
is.
reflective thing does help.
yeah, so I cannot wait to see how many people love this thing.
It's
and
amazing. For
I can't wait.
someone,
Yeah. So go.
No,
you.
I remember as a kid going on the Skyway to Tomorrowland and to Fantasyland in the Magic Kingdom. So for me, I could not wait until this opened, and I'm so tickled that it is so
It's less scary than those.
beautiful. Yes, we have sides. It's actually contained. It's enclosed.
Yeah.
Whereas the Skyway, you could, you know, do
Yeah.
horrible things like spit on the guests below. Not that I ever did that, but yes, that happened.
yeah, well, that's our thoughts on Disney Skyliner. Obviously, we want to hear yours once it's open, so which is coming up very, very soon
very quick.
from
Another week,
now.
so
Yeah,
less than
Yes.
basically.
Yeah, the 29th.
Days.
we are days away
days.
from the grand opening of Disney Skyliner, and then come back to this video, leave your comments and feedback on it, and we want to know what you have to think about it. So thanks for watching this. We hope you subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, leave any other comments below that you want to, and see you again soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.